Dalton Trumbo was unable to work. He went to jail for a year for refusing to name names of people who, in fact, were as innocent as he was of anything anti-American. They may have had ideas that were nonconformist, but that is allegedly what America is about. When Kirk Douglas was preparing Spartacus, the writer that he wanted for it was Dalton Trumbo. Like everything else he'd done for the previous 12 years, his name would not appear in the credits. That was understood.
The hypocrisy of that disturbed me. So I said, look, I want to use Dalton Trumbo, and I insist on using his name. I had a lot of resistance from the studios, but finally I said, I won't make the picture unless we can use his name.
And that's exactly what happened.
What motivated the ragman's son, a boy named Isher Danielovich, to, after spending half his life climbing to the top, spent the rest of his life wanting to give everything away? Well, it goes back to something he once said about growing up in Amsterdam, New York, and I quote, "Sometimes we didn't have enough to eat, but very often there would be a knock at the door, and it would be a hobo wanting food. And my mother always gave them something. And my mother said to me, you must take care of other people." And that stayed with me.
Everything he does, I think, comes from values that he's had his whole life. He's just been able now, through becoming Kirk Douglas, no longer Isher Danielovich, to be able to have a greater impact on people's lives. That includes the retirement home for actors. It includes a number of charities that they have, including the Ann Douglas Center, that they have helped over time. They just have committed their lives to helping other people. But the truth is, they've done so many things anonymously. They've done so many acts of kindness. And it is these simple acts of kindness every day that inform who they are. And it's what they get satisfaction out of, is knowing that they're helping people. One of the things, and you'll undoubtedly see pictures of them, are the 401 playgrounds in Los Angeles, in public schools, that Kirk and Ann renovated. They built one in Israel as well. Kids are so very important to both of them, but again, over a 10-year period, 401 playgrounds, and on each one, Kirk, then in his 80s and into his 90s, would, when the new playground was opened, slide down the slide to dedicate this new playground for children.
When you watch Kirk's performance in anything, and anything he's ever done, you cannot take your eyes off of him. It's impossible to look away from you. I can only watch you when you're working. And that keeps me relevant, and that keeps me inspired. I've been shooting movies and television shows for like now 47 years. And I've worked with the best of them. And you're the only movie star I've ever met. You are a miracle man, and I love being a part of your family. Love you, Kirk.